So just to announce first, before we start, we're going to be doing this every Monday and Thursday. Okay, so Monday and Thursday at 7 o'clock is going to be this stream. Maybe in the future I might have other streams at other times, but for now this stream, the development stream for programming, is on Monday and Thursday at 7. So follow me on this channel on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, and you'll get updates on this. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as well, so follow me and you'll get updates on that. So before we begin, last week we had last session, which was on Monday, we discussed, we went through the design and we kind of finished the other 2 pages. So we finished the blog post page and we finished the other pages as well for the site. Today is the day we do the branding. So I'm using the brand for Al Inspired. It already has its own colors and its own brand design, which is useful for when you're working with a company that already has this stuff. I'll probably do a session or a video at some point in time where we discuss brand all together on its own, as its own thing. We'll probably build a complete brand from start to finish. But for now, it's kind of useful to kind of work with a brand that's pre-existing, just because it's not required for the developer or the designer of the site to build the brand as well. That's the job for the graphic designer or the brand design person that's in charge of that. So let's get started on this. I'm going to just dig in straight away. Switch to the main channel. Okay, so this was what we worked on before. As you can see, most has images and the rest of it is grey. All the images I used and are placeholders, so that can be changed at a later stage. So let's start with the home page. All right, in the home page we need let's push this all aside here, and what I normally do at the beginning is just create a quick box, set it to 100 by 100, okay, and duplicate it a few times. That's 4A. Okay. Now, the reason why I do this is because I need to set up the colors first, the colors that we're going to use across the site. Okay. So what I normally do is just create a few boxes, just so I can throw the colors in there, and it's outside on any of these boards. And the useful thing is this is because it's on the side, it won't interfere with the rest of the stuff. There are a few tricks I'm going to show you later on, but for now let's just kind of get started with the colors. So first color, go down to the color section. Click on, turn off the borders and click on fill. Okay, the first color we're going to be using is 97D2B5. I should have put this closer. Alright, that's the first color. Once you've got the color on there and it's correct, press the plus sign. What that does is it attaches to the artboard or the file presets. Okay, then select the other one. Again, turn off the borders. Now the reason why we have this is because, watch this, if I select these, we all know that these have borders on them, but if you press I and select this, no, it doesn't. You can turn the borders off. No, bad, I thought it was Photoshop. Alright, select that, go to the fill. Next one is 57AF97. Again, patch the color. Okay, 2D7064. I did a mistake. Alright, to remove a color after you've added it, let's just show you. To remove a color, just click on it and drag away. Okay, so that's there. Let's attach this one, and again the color is E4988B. Okay, next color E72637. All right, these colors, not really a big fan of these colors, but what the hell. We'll probably end up changing these at a later stage once we go into the I might do a video about brand redesign, because green and red is bloody looks like a Christmas tree. I don't even know what I was thinking when I was making this up. I probably just copied someone else's design on this. 2137. Sometimes there are a few sites like Pinterest and stuff like that, and you'll see a brand design, a color scheme or something like that, and you'll think, oh, this looks really useful, and then you just combine it with one of your designs, and then you realize it sucks. But I think for this one, I did it, and I probably stopped working on expanding this company and was working on something else. All right, so we have these colors in there. Now, if you go into the corner, the assets panel, which is somewhere, it's on the left, the bottom left corner of the screen, or you press Shift Control Y. Okay, and then just select these and click Link Assets. Oops. Actually, just select them all and click Add. Okay, to the colors. And what will happen is now these are all added to the color panel. Okay. Now the good thing about this is now because they're added, you can effectively delete these. We can just maybe hide them for now. Hide them or just leave them, whatever you want to do with them, because they're effectively here. So what we'll do is from when we're working on the design, we'll just reference to these. Okay, so let's start with this. Now, first, we also need the logo. So you can use your own logo, or you can. I'll probably have a place where you can download my logo. Is there a way? I think it's Twitch. Nope. Okay. So bring the logo in, and that's the logo. Okay. Let me switch to the home page. Cut this out. Okay. Yeah, just make this home page. Open the grid layout so we can see where we're snapping this. And then snap this to here and align it here. Okay. I also don't want it that long, so it's probably going to be like that. Okay, and just select this. Yeah, and then you can delete the text underneath it because it's not needed. So now let's have a look at this page. Oh, I need to switch. 1 second. Yeah, so as you can see, the logo looks fine, which is good. All right, all good. I need to switch back. All right. Okay, so that's fine. so that's the first part. Next part of this is the shadows. So for this thing here, I'm not a really big fan of the. Let me turn the grid off. I'm not a big fan of the borders. Just looks pretty. How do I put it? A bit lame, a bit dry. So what we'll do is select this, turn off the borders because I don't want that. Keep the fill because we need that that fill, but you could turn on shadows now. If you turn on the shadow, and let me get some values for the shadow. So this is, oops. So values for the shadow, 6 and probably 10. Yeah. Okay. The color can stay the same, but let's have a look and see. Okay. Now, can you see the edges here? What you could do to make it a bit better is select that and just expand it out a bit, just so that it doesn't do that. Because what happens, I'll just go to here. There's no white line here, so if I undo what I just did, you end up with a little gap. Not great to see, but you'll see it eventually. Alright, so that's this. We'll need to mimic the same thing across the others. Let's have one of these texts change color. Actually, I think what will look good is probably something underneath it, like a line. Yeah, like a line. Make that like 3. Make the border about like that. And what color would you look at this? Green. Yeah, and so the line needs to be roughly about the same size as the text. All right, and we'll change the text to the color as well, so it will look like that. All right, I think this is too thick. 3 is a bit too much too. And then bring it up a bit. So 5. Alright, so it will look like that. Okay, which kind of looks okay. Is that honey? Is that honey? Alright, so damn, it's been a while, man. How you doing? Alright, so let's just get this started. This is the about page, the section that we need. Now we also need to mimic that across the rest of these. So what we can do is just go in there and delete. Once that's done, just delete these. Yeah. Okay, and then select this, make sure it's all grouped together, and then just copy it and paste. Alright, so now it's perfectly placed. Alright, next thing we need to do is tidy up some of this styling. Thanks, honey. Alright, so let's work on this. Again, I don't like the borders, so let's turn this off. I think we can select these all and just turn all the borders off. I wish there was a button to turn borders off by default. Maybe there is. Nope. Alright, this one here, this part here. Let's zoom in here. I think we can make this no borders as well. Turn the borders off. Okay. Why is there 2? Anyway, so select this and let us change the color. Yeah, make sure you've actually selected the rectangle, because we grouped this before, so it's kind of a bit, it will look a bit off. So select the border, I mean the rectangle, and let's throw a red on it. Okay, whoa. So on that red, I think we can make it a bit transparent. So let's bring this down a bit. Maybe about 60 would work. 60, 65. I think once we got the text done, we'll figure out. So let me just make this white. Change this text to white. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we could go up a bit more. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, so now we've got that there. We've got the image. Let me change that image. Is it worth it? Nope, leave it. So we got that. Let's do the same on the others. What we can do, double click here and then just press I and click here. Nope, that's not going to work. So we're going to have to do this one by one. So let's select. For these one, because they're secondary, we don't need them the same color as the red. So initially what we have is we have the featured blog post, or the latest blog post, which is going to be in red. And what we'll do is we'll have the other ones, which will probably alternate between a green and a kind of a bluish color, just to make them look different. So we start with this one and change this to like a green. Maybe throw in a darker green or a light green. I think this looks good. And make this 70 as well. Make these white. I think I'll add the white here as well. Okay. Is that going to work, or do I need to change the color for this? I might need to make these a bit higher, just because it's you know what, just leave them as is. Saves me hassle changing everything around. Alright, so that's there. This one, let me delete these. Okay. And then just copy this and put it here. Alright, this can change color, and I will make this one this color. And you can make this 70. You know, you can also save the preset, and it will save the alpha channel as well on it. So if you click save now it has the alpha channel. Alright, but I don't need it that much. I just need the main colors. That's what I know. Eventually it gets overwhelming. So let's use this as well, and then change this to 70. So now we have, look, we've got life on this. We coming to life. Okay, looks slightly alright. I think we're looking at it at 40% right now, so you'll see some of the text looks a bit blurry or something, but that's fine. So now for the Cta section, which is this section here. Okay, let's change the color of this board. Again, turn off these borders. Okay, change the color to a green. Yep. What green did I use? I used this one before. Yeah, I think I like this one better. Alright, so we don't need to worry about the text here. Is this bold? I think we'll make this one bold, just to make it pop out a bit more. All right, and then here, I think this button here could use some life. Actually, you know what? Make this like that, and make that green, and then make this white. And for this side, I think initially I had it as, where is it? Initially I had curved edges, but I think we can probably just reduce the curvature on this. Maybe about 5. Yeah, 5 is all right. Okay, this one here. Just make it, actually leave that. So what will happen with this text here is basically once you click on it, it will automatically get removed. So it's a kind of a placeholder text. As soon as you click on the text box, it will vanish. So this is just to show that this is the kind of text it has. It's better than having a label at the top. It just makes it looks more clean. So that's that done. All right. Next thing we need to do is work on the footer. Let me see if there's any. Why is there borders everywhere? All right, I need to make sure I pay attention next time. All right, so here's I think we need the logo here. So what's going to happen? I think this might end up. Do we need the logo? I think. Let me see. No, I think we'll just put the name of okay, and then just make that color green, and it's already bold, so that should be okay. These as well, we can give them some green, and they're already bold, so that's okay. And what we can do to show that this item is being hovered over, we can probably just select one of these items and change the color to about all right. So what happens is when the user hovers over this, it goes red. Now I'm not a big fan of hovers. The reason why I'm not a big fan of the hover is because it's not very mobile friendly. You can't really hover over an icon on the mobile. So use the hover places where the customer, not somewhere important, like for instance, I'll give you an example, like where is it? For instance, say this is not visible, this whole section, yep, is not visible, and you want a user to come here and hover over item 1, and then once he does it, it shows the next section. Now in terms of computer wise, the look and feel, it's great, it will work like magic, but on mobile or in devices that don't have a pointer or a mouse, they won't be able to see that, because when they try and click on this, it will automatically take them to that items page. So what we tend to do is, if we're going to have hovers, we replace them with clicks. So if you're using the Bootstrap system, you'll notice that in the navigation bars, to reveal the secondary part of the navigation or the drop down, the top button gets disabled. It becomes a trigger. It doesn't actually go to a page. Once you click on it, it will just show the next. It will just show the drop down. Now that works perfect for UX. So I tend to make sure that whenever you're going to use a hover, don't use it for a structural part of the site. Use it for something that is going to benefit users on the mobile, but it won't disable users on the mobile. I think I said that right. I can't remember. I'll repeat. So use the hover for. All right, I think we should silence that. He's probably going to call again. Let me just put this on silence. All right. So with hovers, use them in places where it's going to be useful for people who are on desktop, but it won't prevent or disable users that are on mobile or a touchscreen device. That's just for a UX perspective. So you have the item 1, hover that. These are going to be social media icons, and I'll probably go back to them earlier. Do I have Font Awesome on this? Let me just have a look. Nope. No Font Awesome. All right, so I'll have a look at and see on something for that one. All right, footer part, really simple. Double click on that, turn off the border again. God, these borders, and then just select the like a green color. I think it's this one. Why is this? Does this have something on top of it? No, I set this to 100%. All right. Okay, and that's all good. All right, so now we have the footer. What we can do is go to the other pages and again just remove the footer from there. And just select this, copy it, click and paste. Ooh. Not as easy. Click and paste. I think this one requires. And then what we can do is copy this. Paste this here. And then copy this. All right, so we have these in there now. I think one more thing that needs to be addressed is over here. I think having this not being able to be separated is slightly not nice. So what we can do is do what we did to the top. If we come back to the shadow area and add a shadow to -610, I think. Yeah, and again just stretch this out slightly. Yeah, just tight. So now you have some kind of a border without having a border. I'm not a big fan of the borders. Yeah, they just look weird. All right, so that's this page done. For here, we can do something similar. Let me see why. For here, I think we can do something similar to what we've done here. So what I'm gonna do is show you something else. If I delete this, okay, so we have a grid on this. So 4, 8. Okay, so if I delete this and bring this across, actually just cut this. I just want to indicate where these are, just so I don't have to calculate this again. Okay, and these can go in. All right, so bring this in, snap these in place. All right, so we have these 4 boxes. I think what we can do is just change some of the colors as well. So if we go to here, change this to this kind of color, again 70, and change this to what color can I put into this one? All right, bring these here. Okay, so now we have this kind of a layout where the colors are going to alternate. What else can I do? Yeah, colors are going to alternate here. So what you do is select this and then click on the repeat grid. And with the repeat grid, what you can do is you get it to repeat. So for this, I knew I should have. So we repeat this once from the side, and so now what's happened is we have the initial four. We have the original 4 items here. Everything else is just a repeat of everything of that. So it's like a kind of repetition. Just saves you copying, pasting, and all that is just added into a repeat grid. You can go in and edit things, which is kind of useful, but for now we don't need to. Let's do the same thing we did here, but this time I think the main category could be in bold and just have a color. So have that in red, I think. Green, red. I think red, kind of, just green. I don't want it to pop out. And here we have this as well. So let's take off the border and make this a green and make this white. Yeah, all right. So that part of that is done. What else? Yeah, so this page is done now. So quite simple. Let's have a look at this one here. Now, with the colors, I was thinking of kind of using the colors as a kind of category selection or something like that. But I think I'm just going to leave them as random. And we'll just have a preset colors, and they'll just iterate between them. So every time there's every one item, it will change color. Just saves us having all the same colors. Otherwise, it'll just get boring. All right. So we need to match up. So this is green. So actually, you know what? So let's do this. This is going to be green as well. Okay, and that's white. I think this needs to be darker. I don't think it's grey now. So let's do this as this bluish color that we have here is used. Again, these ones need to pop out a bit more. We can just use the blue one. Okay. Now these ones, the block ones, can be changed around and to what colors we need. So let's do this. We'll start with this pink. I haven't used this for a while. And then just make these white or red. White. Yep, white is. All right. We've done this already. This one here is going to be green. So most of the site the elements are green. I think the others are just sparingly being used here and there, just to kind of help out. Could I probably make this? If I get rid of the border here, let me just have a look. I get rid of the border and have a shadow. 3, 3. And make this 10, 20. No, 10. Just change the color, make it darker. That might work. What if I do 3, 0? Let me get rid of this. Yeah, I think this looks okay. Still not quite sure. Yeah, I think that looks fine. All right. And for this section as well, if we just grab these 4 items, copy them, gonna go here and paste them here. I think what we need to do is take this off, ungroup this. Okay. Just group these together. They're not grouped yet. All right. So let's bring this here. In order for things to snap, they have to be on the board. So if you just drag and try and make it snap, it won't snap. But you need to just release it and then it will start snapping around. Delete this. And then just delete these 2. Alright. So now we have this. I think this title can be different a bit. I think we'll go green. And is it bold? Yep, it's bold. So there we have it. That page is slightly done. All right. And then this page requires us to just make that green as well. And then we're done with this page. So, what's next with this? So we have the logos, we have the images, we have most of the content around. I think we just need the social media icons. So let me switch to full view. All right. So now we're going to switch to full view and open the internet. Let's go to font awesome. All right. Right. In font awesome, we're going to need to do a few things. So if we go to icons, brands. Actually, you know what? Just type. So first one we're going to need is, I think it's going to be Facebook. Yeah, and we'll stick with the square ones. Okay, done with that. Next one we need is Twitter. Square one. You know what? think I might not use the square ones. Yeah, let me go back. Forget the square ones. Change your mind. Download the normal ones. Alright, LinkedIn. Instagram. I'm just selecting the main one that I've kind of, you could probably download whatever you want and use it. So these are the 4 ones. God, I can't think of any more. YouTube. I think it's Twitch. Since I'm on Twitch, let's do Twitch. And Twitch. All right, so we have these items. So now we can effectively bring them in here. So let's go back to our main one here, our footer, and these are the square ones I don't need. So let's start bringing them in one by one. You could just drag and drop in Adobe XD because they're SVGs, so it kind of works straight away. And what we can do is just throw all of them in at once. Yep. And just select them so I can kind of move them out of the way. In terms of size, let me just try and have a look and see what's a good size for them, because they're really big. Lock it in here to make sure that we kind of keep the width and the height, and let's set this to about 40, I think. 40 sounds like a good size. Ooh, yes. Okay, so keep the box for now, and the reason why we're keeping the box is if we 40 here, 40 here, because then what we can do with the box, because it's like a placeholder or something like that, we can just drag this and just, let me just put these all in the same place. When they're so small, they're so fiddly. Alright. Swear to God, it's driving me nuts. Alright, so they're all in. So what we can do is just snap these inside the box, right in the middle. And you can even go to the point of just, let me just lock that. That's frustrating. Okay, so you can even go to the point of selecting it and then aligning them in the middle using these 2 buttons here, using the alignment. Okay, and then just put this in here and align them up. Same for this. What size is this? Did I make it 40? I think that's a bit too wide. What size is this? 40. Alright, and let me just put this in place. That's 40 as well. Oh my days. It's going to be wide. Yeah, I think if we just, now you can kind of go in there, just select the backs, the boxes, just remove them. I think if I align this up, I can also spread them out evenly. I think we can bring these, let's do 35 for each one. I think they're too big. Obviously on the actual system, we're just going to use Font Awesome, so it'll be a lot easier for us to, on recoding. So let's do this, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, have this here and just line them. So let's have a look. Do they look okay? Nope. Nope, I don't like them. Let me change these out. I think we're going to go back to downloading the square ones. Does Twitch have a square one? I think it's because it's square. Alright, it's fine. We'll just leave that and we'll play around in the other one. They just look messy. Alright, so let's just copy this group and copy, and then just go to here. Yeah, I think we could just here, come down here, and we can do just here, and then okay, also here we need it as well, so just actually once again let me just align that and delete that and then bring them across. Alright, yeah, I think 100% I'm going to switch to the square ones once I've moved over to this side. I think they just look really not that great, but for testing purposes they should be fine. I don't want to end up repeating the whole thing again. Alright, what else do we have? I think that's about it. So we have the logos in place, we have everything. All in all, we have that already. Let me just have a look and see if the links are working. Yep. Alright, and let's just preview the site. So this is this site. Okay, and if I go to about, it shows us this page. Okay, all right, there are backlink. And if we go to blog, we get this. We go to, and if we go to this one, we get this page. Alright, I think that looks decent enough to move on. I'll just want to show this before I end this. We've got 10 minutes left. I'll just want to show this. So if we go to prototype, we can actually start. So you can see that these buttons here, let me just turn this off. You can see that this, if someone clicks here, it goes to this page. If you click on the blog, it takes you to here. If you click on this, it will take you to this. So what we need to do is do the same for here. So if you click anywhere here, it will take you to here. If you click here, it will take you to here. and if you click here, it will take you to here. Okay, same with this. Just when you show the client, you don't want them to get stuck and have to load the whole thing up again. For this one, blog here, about here. This one, you could turn this off. Okay, if you delete it, you can delete it. About goes to here. Okay, and then blog goes to here. It can stay there. Okay, and then the same for this. So if we have, if they select the blog, we'll take them to this. All right, so we have some kind of workflow going, and this will just allow when the user browses it. So if they click play, they can just browse through it, select blog, it will take them to blog, select about, it will take them to about, blog, and it will prevent them getting stuck on this. It's only for displays. Most of this really doesn't matter. Now, our next lesson, which is on Monday, is going to be, let me switch this to chatting. All right. So, our next session is on Monday. All right. So, what's going to happen with this session is we've done this project here, and we're going to start programming it. So we're going to start moving some of the elements over to our development environment or our programming place, and we're going to be structuring it, planning it. Now, Adobe XD has an ability to just export this whole page or whatever it is you want in HTML, but now for some people it might be useful, but for a developer or someone who wants to be a developer, they have to have that ability of being able to build the site how they see it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this whole system and we're going to build it into a fully developed HTML, CSS. We're going to be using some Sass, a bit of JavaScript. We're also using some frameworks, which is going to be the Bootstrap system. Since Bootstrap 5 has been announced, let me just confirm if they've fully announced it, or is it just still in the alpha? So Bootstrap 5. Okay, so the Bootstrap 5 is in alpha stage. Now, what that means is it's not available to the public, but it is available for developers to use, even though there's going to be there might be a lot of changes, a lot of stuff. But what we'll get used to using that system, because eventually it will get released. There might be some changes to it. We'll probably do a video about fixing this site up with the new changes that are going to be there. But it just gives us a chance to kind of have a quick early peek about how this is going to be implemented. So we'll do that. We're going to be using node management systems. So node systems. We'll set up GitHub repositories. We'll work towards using Git. So Git commits and Git syncs and how Git works, which is version control, which is very important. We're going to be looking at the Sass system, how to set up Sass, how to set up Node, using Visual Studio. So literally most of the tools I use on an everyday basis to build sites, to service some of my client stuff, to service some of the stuff I do for work. These tools are going to be your arsenal in web development. After that, the next part of this whole series is to merge it with a management system. I still haven't decided which management system I'm going to merge it with. I normally use Umbraco, so I'm kind of pushing towards that. So that means there's going to be a lot of C#, a lot of .NET. We'll look at some automated, building stuff like that, automated builds, and in implementation with DevOps and these environments. So there's going to be quite a few things that we can look forward to in this series. But as I said, the idea of this series is to get everybody kind of on a playing field when they actually get a job. So if you're a junior developer going to this area, you don't learn this at school. You're not going to do that much Git and that much stuff like that. So you literally, once you're in there, they expect you to know this stuff. So having this series available will kind of help you a lot along the way. So join us again on Monday, and we'll get started to the development, which is the area I've been waiting for. So have a great day. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.